Morning everyone, welcome to our yoga session. This session is focused on the lower abdomen area, which is a very important area of focus when we come for any IVF treatment. This yoga session is basically focusing on the breath, how we use our breath to cleanse our body. When we come to any IVF treatment, two things are needed. One is cleansing of our body and the other is the cleansing of our mind. Both the aspects are necessary to prepare ourselves to receive the energy. So today's yoga practice, yes, it is breath oriented, and the asanas that we will use are very simple because the asanas are just to access the areas that we need to focus for our beautiful receiving that we are getting ready for. Yeah. So with that note, let's start the practice. And remember to do this practice mindfully, keeping the beautiful bhavana of that you are receiving a new energy into you. So we start with what we call as avahanam, or receiving the energies. So you have to sit cross-legged. If you can't sit cross-legged, no problems. Sit on a chair. Only thing is the chair or the stool, feet should be totally on the floor. So as we inhale, and as we exhale, you can hum. 6 times you have to do this. Raise your spine slightly. Doing it 6 to 8 times also helps you to bring that mindfulness that what is your focus right now is your body, is your breath, to help yourself through the procedures. We'll move to the first asana. So the first asana is called as a Tadasana. Tadasana helps us to lengthen our spine. And with the lengthening of the spine, we feel an expansion in the body, in the heart space, which is very, very needed when we are going through something like this. So if your shoulders are well opened, then you can bring your arms from the front, lengthen yourself completely. And as you exhale, bring down your arms. What is important here is to bring a focus to the breath. So let's take a 3-second inhale and a 4-second exhale to start with. So as we inhale, bring your arms up. And as you exhale, bring your arms down. It might look very simple, but believe me, when you do it mindfully with the breath, you actually feel an extension in the spine. If you feel the shoulders are tight, you can even take your arms from the side. Inhale, bring your arms up, lengthen from the hip. And as you exhale, bring your hands down. So repeat this 4 to 6 times, choosing if your arms are tight, shoulders are tight, or shoulders are relaxed. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what we do is we go into the lateral stretch. Lateral stretches are very important for the lower abdomen area because this is how you can access it. And when we work asymmetrically on both the sides, the impact on the uterus, the fallopian tubes, is much better for the cleansing. This area of lower abdomen in Ayurveda is referred as the Apana region. This is where our digestive system, reproductive system, all are located. And we are able to access this area with long exhalations. So bring your focus to exhale long, but without causing a strain that your next inhale becomes difficult, right? So as you inhale, open your arms, and as you exhale, move into a lateral stretch coming down. Now we all might not be as flexible like what I am doing, so get on to various supports. So if you feel that this kind of a support is enough, so you inhale, as you come down, bring your hand on top of a cushion or a block that you might have. Exhale, then you inhale and come up. Moving to the other side. Exhale, go down. Inhale, come up. Do this dynamically for 3 times, and in the 4th round, as you go down, stay here for 2 breaths or 3 breaths. That means for about 20 seconds you are here. Now if this becomes difficult, increase your support more. You can even use a stool if you wish to. But the more you stay here and you breathe out the exhalation, you'll be able to access the lower abdomen better. I'll show this same thing on the other side with the help of this stool. So inhale in the center, exhale, go down, stay here. Remember, the whole practice is to access the lower abdomen and not to tell ourselves how flexible I am at this point. Stay here for 2 to 3 breaths. Inhale, exhale, come down. The next asana that we are going to do is a twist. Twisting actually helps us to cleanse the toxins from the lower abdomen area. It also helps us to strengthen the lower back. So we inhale, and as we exhale, bring the left palm towards the right leg, bend your right knee and stretch your hand up. Inhale, come back to neutral space, and as you exhale, move towards the other side. Inhale, come up, exhale, bring your hands down. So when you do it right side and left side together, it makes you 1 round. So you have to do 3 rounds dynamically, and then in the 4th round, you have to stay. One point to remember is, keep your toes in a slant. That will give you the facility to open the knees better, and you can access your groins and your hip area in an easier way. So you inhale, bend your knee, bring your left palm towards the right foot, stretch your hand up, stay here for 3 breaths. That means you inhale, deep exhale, bring the mindfulness to your lower abdomen. Again, inhale, exhale more deeply. 1 more time. Inhale and come up. Repeat it on the opposite side. Inhale. As you exhale, go down and stretch. Now stay here for 3 breaths. Try to keep lengthening the exhales to 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds. Inhale, come up. Exhale, bring your hands down. Bring your feet together and stand in Samasthiti. Pause between the asanas is important to make you feel, how am I feeling? The next asana, we call it as the Malasana. So keep your feet hip distance apart. Inhale, stretch your hands up. As you exhale, opening the knees and the feet, come down and sit. This is a very strong position. It helps you to strengthen your spine, but more important, it helps you to access your lower abdomen very well. Those of us who have a heavy belly, it's okay, do as much as you can. Inhale, come up. So this is a stay position. So when you are in the Malasana, try to stay there for 1 minute, 2 minutes. It helps to work on the groins, hips, thighs, all the muscles which are moving towards the uterus. Now the last of the standing series, which is called as the Uttanasana. So I'm showing you the side profile here. Keep your feet slightly spaced out. You inhale, stretch your hands up. As you exhale, bend from the hip. Push your hips back, bend from the hip and come down. Now it's not important, are my toes touching the mat? Can I place my palms underneath the feet? No. The whole thing is, how am I accessing my lower abdomen? Which means if you can't reach the floor, use a cushion, place your palms on the cushion and let your head down. Stay in this asana, few times dynamic and then stay. So you inhale, come up. Dynamically, let's do 2 times. Exhale, come down. Inhale, lift your whole spine. And the last time, stay there for a minute. And when you're staying here, any kind of self-doubt, fears, all that, just exhale out of the head. This actually helps you to empty yourself better. And remember, all the action is happening in the lower abdomen as you are exhaling deeper and deeper in this area. Inhale, all the way, come up. Exhale, bring your hands down. After this, we take some rest, lying down. As we go into the rest mode, it's important to access the breath. So keep both your hands on the lower abdomen. Remember, the inhalation happens in the chest. The exhalation originates from the navel and below, in fact. So as you inhale from the chest, and as you exhale, draw the abdomen slightly in, don't pull it in. And exhale. Inhale in the chest. Exhale deeply. You will also feel that as you lengthen the exhale, the hips, the lower back, all become very quiet and they reach the floor, giving you that relaxed space. So relaxing of this whole space is very important when we have to receive some new energy. So this asana is very, very important. You can do it any times when you're feeling tight in the lower back as well. Once you do it for a minute, bring your feet closer, knees upright. And now what we do is called as the Dvipadapitam or the bridge pose. So in this, what we do is, as you inhale, pick the hip up, sweep the arms till the back, lengthening your spine. The chin is tucked into the chest. As you exhale, bring the palms down till the hips. Inhale, bring the arms sweeping across. Take them all the way back. Raise the hips up. Exhale, bring it down. Remember the breath count. You can keep it as 3 inhale, 5 exhale. Slowly we are working on the exhale and lengthening it. Last time. Inhale, take your arms up all the way, sweeping on the floor. Exhale, bring the hands down. So the action is lower abdomen, hips, groins and thighs. Relax for a few seconds and then we move. The next asana is a vinyasa, as we say. So we start with this position where the knees are drawn towards the chest. Your palms are comfortably placed on the front of the thighs. Your elbows are on the floor. From here, you inhale, open the legs wide and stretch your hands back. If this is difficult, keep your hands here. As you exhale, draw the knees closer to the chest. Inhale, stretch the legs open. With every round, try to widen it. Exhale, drawing it back. Remember to tuck the chin in so that the spine feels straight at all times. Inhale and exhale, widening the gap. Inhale and exhale. Repeat it 6 to 8 times and then bring your legs down and stretch them. Remember to lengthen your exhale in the lying down asanas because that's where the cleansing is happening. Only when you lengthen the exhale, you can access the lower abdominal areas. You can rest for 30 to 40 seconds before moving to the next. The next asana is called as the Supta Baddha Konasana. Again, a very important asana to access the whole of our lower abdominal area. So place your palms on the lower abdomen area, tuck in your chin. This is a stay posture. That means you just stay in the posture and you breathe for 2 minutes in this posture. Relax your mind. Inhale into the chest. And as you exhale, draw the navel slightly in and up to empty yourself completely. Inhale, visualize the fresh energies coming in. Exhale, long exhales to relax the back, hip, and calm the mind. So spend at least 2 minutes in this posture and you will see that with every exhale, your hips open up a little bit more, relaxing the lower back, and you feel you can access this area much better. Bring your knees together. Bring your knees towards the chest as a counter pose. Turn towards the side and come and sit up. In the sitting posture, the cleansing of the lower abdomen, the apana area happens the best. And the access of 3 important aspects for the women, which is the thyroid, the digestion and the uterus, all the 3 which help us actually till the pituitary gland, can be accessed in the sitting asanas. So let's just sit straight. Remember, if the sitting like this is difficult and you're tending to become this, take your small cushion, place it underneath, just underneath half the hip and just sit on top. You will automatically feel more straighter. So it's not that you cannot take support, but it's important to see how you feel, whether you need the support or you don't need the support. Spend at least a minute sitting here, inhaling in the chest, exhaling in the lower abdomen. From here, we move to the asana called as Janu Shirsasana, whereby we fold one leg in, keeping it closer to the groin if possible, stretching the other leg out. Now inhale, Stretch your hands up. Again, exhale. Roll from the hip, not from the neck. So something like this will not be helpful. But what will be helpful is exhale from the hip. It doesn't matter where you're able to reach, but you should feel the chest moving towards the thighs. Inhale, come up. Repeat it 2 more times dynamically. One more thing, if this is tight, take the cushion, place it underneath the thigh, because we are working to access the area, the function. So inhale, stretch your hands up. Exhale, come down. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Remember, as you exhale, bring your awareness to the lower abdomen. Start to exhale and come down, lengthening your exhale. Inhale, come up. Last time, try to stay there for a minute, which is 3 to 4 breaths. Inhale, come up. Repeat the same thing on the other leg. Always balance is key. So move the cushion to the other side if you need. Stretch the leg straight. Inhale, lengthen your spine completely. Don't round it from any part. And as you begin to exhale, start moving from the hip. Dynamically you do 3 times, and the 4th time you come down and exhale. When you stay here and exhale, try to exhale deeply into the lower abdomen. As you're closing your eyes and doing the sequence, visualize that you're cleansing this whole area. Inhale, all the way, come up. Exhale, bring your hands down. Stretching both the legs again to bring balance. Stay here for a few breaths. Then you move to the final or the goal pose, as we say, which is called as the Upavishta Konasana. Now this position for the women and how we are able to access this area is very, very key, very important, and this asana helps us to do that. Now again, this is a difficult asana, so use as many props as you need because function is important from the form. So what we do here is we inhale, stretch your hands up, exhale towards the side. Inhale, come up. Exhale towards the other side. Inhale, come up. Remember, long exhale. So take about 5 to 6 seconds to actually go down. 3 to 4 seconds to come up. That brings us the mindfulness. Turn towards the other side. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come up. Inhale. This is the preparatory position to do the final asana, which is inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, come down. Now this comes automatically to me because of my practice. Keep a cushion handy. Then you inhale, stretch your hands up. Exhale, try to bring your hands onto this. Stay here, very important. It works on this whole area. Try to find out what is your best posture here. Lengthen the legs. If you want to keep your hands here, hands here. What is important is the function. Stretch up, inhale, and come down. Roll your legs into a cross-leg position. Stay for a few breaths to relax. Now we move to the pranayama. As important as asana, so important is also the pranayama. And we will do a simple pranayama here, sitting in the Baddha Kona Asana, which is more like a diamond form, where both the soles of the feet are together and you're sitting straight. So what we start here, it's a 16 breath pranayama. So what we do is we take 4 breaths at the center. So if you're taking your inhalation at 4 seconds, exhalation at 6 seconds. So stay about 40 seconds in this position, breathing, focusing to exhale from this part, remember. My experience has been that when I sit like this, breathe. If there is any tightness, bring some cushions to relax. Remember, function is more important. This actually rests this whole area and helps you to even calm your mind. Once your 4 breaths in this position are completed, move towards your left. Place your left palm on the left knee. Bring the right hand over the top, experiencing a twist. Stay here for 4 breaths, 40 seconds. Remember to exhale deeply into that groin, into the thigh, without pulling it in. Once you completed your 4 breaths on the left side, move to the right side, which means place your right hand and top it with the left hand, left palm. Twist, stay here for 40 seconds. Come back to the center again to neutralize the spine, align the spine in its normal self. Stay here again, placing your palms on the soles of your feet, trying to see if they can relax a little bit more. Stay here very calmly. Breathing is very important. Breath is something that connects the body to the mind. Once you complete about a minute back in the center, stretch your legs, sit in the cross-legged position for a minute or 2 to absorb the energies that you have created through the practice. Remember, we started the practice with Avahanam, inviting the energies. We cleansed ourselves. And now, at the end of the practice, bring your whole mindfulness to your heart space. Inhale from the heart space into the heart space and exhale out from the heart space. As you are beginning a new journey, it's important to bring in the heart space the whole desire with lot of love, dropping all the fears, dropping all the doubts. So every day a practice like this really helps along with the treatment to actually make it happen. Thank you very much.